Hey guys, good morning. I hope everyone's doing well. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over a gun called a BREACHLIGHT. This is the second sidearm that I am uploading. This is in the kinetic slot from the Sundial. I actually have grown to like this weapon a lot. It's a pretty neat weapon. I do have a lot of peers that talk about how good it is in Crucible, but I just want to go over the gun itself. So let's just look at the stats on the weapon we have here on Light.gg. We have a BREACHLIGHT. It is a kinetic legendary sidearm. It has an aggressive burst. The impact is 55. The range is 53. Stability is at 43. The handling is at 41. And reload speed is at 31. The rounds per minute are 30. And the magazine is 25. Aim assist on this gun, though, is at 82. Inventory size is 27. The zoom is 12. The recoil is 82. And the bounce intensity is 18. Now, here are the I guess the perks for the weapon that you can kind of go through. I do like that it can give you various roles that you can work with. It also does have the vorpal weapon with the elemental capacitor and osmosis, and these are all the new perks that came in the Season of the Dawn. Now, I just want to go through my personal role, what I think is neat in my opinion, and we can kind of go from there. First thing first, when I got this gun, I looked at it, I was like, man, okay, this looks cool. Like the gun looks very neat, and I took it out to patrol and I ran around with it, and it wasn't bad. I probably had like a crappy roll at first. Right, so I went through and I was looking for different roles. I even went and got one with demolitionist and multi-kill clip. I wanted to test this out, and I don't know if demolitionist is like the right thing for it, because as you can see here, my grenade is I'm at a tier 4 right now, and at a tier 4 I need to kill 6 things in order to even get that grenade back. It's kind of cool that I can reload the weapon if I throw my grenade out. But is that really worth it, especially on the sidearm? It kind of tied me down to it's not really worth it. Like, I don't really need it, right? So I kind of let that go. I did the Sundial for a few more activities, and I got my hands on this guy. And here's the thing: I looked at a bunch of different roles, and when it comes to the barrel, there's a lot of different choices that you can go with the barrel. So, for example, if I'm on PC, I know that I do not have to worry about stability that much at all. I'm using the sidearm. What do sidearms lack usually in the game? It's going to be range. So, what am I thinking? I'm thinking full bore. So, I got my hands on full bore. What does full bore do for my gun? Full bore gives me plus 15 range, and it takes away 10 stability, and it takes away 5 handling. Can I handle that if I'm playing on mouse and keyboard? Of course. Now, it ties down to what will be my other perks. What is something else that I feel like a sidearm needs, because it is a burst weapon? More in the mag. So having a extended mag just seems like a smart option, right? Either extend it or append it. Boom, you can see that the gun here has that. Now, my reload at the bottom just seems to be very low because I did go with extended. What can I use to help me? Do I need gauntlets, or can I get a reload perk? It just so happens that this gun has outlaw, so outlaw just seems to be the better thing in that slot. And last but not least, I'm going for something that's going to give me extra damage, which is rampage. I like rampage. I feel like I can kill enough to have that proc. I can even get it to ×3 if I run something such as backup mag. So you can see here that I kind of came up with something that can work out that way. Now, I didn't get the full bore the first time. I had the Hammer Forge. And what does Hammer Forge do for me? Hammer Forge for me gives me plus 10 range. It doesn't take anything away. It doesn't touch my stability. It doesn't touch my handling. It does not touch my reload. It doesn't touch anything. And the second time I went back in, I finally got a different kind, right? And I got tactical mag, but I noticed that tactical mag only gives me 2. Why would I even use that? Why not just go with Accurize, which is going to give me even more range, right? Because now I have Accurize. Not only do I have Accurize, I also have full bore. So if I'm playing on PC, even if I'm using the controller, and I have this much range, and I know that I can control the recoil of this gun, and it having that much aim assist, I know that I can work for me. Now, let's say that you are on console. There's a bunch of different sights that you can go for. My main mid for console would be corkscrew, right? I get 5 plus 5 range, plus 5 stability, plus 5 handling. It basically covers 3 different areas, and it doesn't really hurt you that much. Now, you're like, EK, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. You know, I kind of want to hold my gun down a little bit more. If you like, if you're not worried about range as much, it's if you feel like you're going to play this game and get up close and personal, then I would say arrowhead break might be the thing for you. But you ask why? Arrowhead break is going to give you plus 10 handling, and is also going to basically help you out with recoil because it is plus 30 recoil. What I'm going to do here, though, is I'm going to showcase this gun from my perspective. And before I end off, I also want people to kind of look into Vorpal Weapon. Vorpal Weapon, especially if you're trying this on both aspects of the game, whether PvE or PvP, you get increased damage against bosses and other guardians while their super is active, and also vehicles. That is a 15% buff, and I feel like it will make this weapon viable, especially in certain situations. But I'm going to go ahead and use both real quick. Right now, I have 37 because I have extended mag, I have backup mag, I have Outlaw and Rampage, I have the Range Masterwork, I have Hammer Forger, right? And if we compare these two, you can see that the range between these two are insane. But the stability and handling, I'm not losing out that much. Am I really? Right? So this would be the role that I would personally go for. But everyone, like I said, has their own personal role. But you can see here, this gun is pretty neat. It does a crap ton of damage. My reload is just, I mean, I don't know what other role you want on this. Now, you also have Outlaw, meaning you can go for multi-kill clip. But do I really want to go for multi-kill clip? Something that relies me to reload in order to have the damage perk? Or would I go for something like Rampage, which allows me to have extra damage without reloading? Especially if I bring up my magazine into the 30s. 37 for a burst weapon is an insane amount. I can kill for a while, especially if I have Rampage times 3. And if sidearms are on the artifact next season, and I happen to want to use it because, you know, Bungie didn't put, you know, an SMG, or they didn't put an AR or something else on that artifact somehow, Breachlight is going to be one of the weapons that I'm going to pair with Divinity next season. And that is my take on this gun. I'd like to thank you guys for checking out my content. If you guys have any questions, you can always come in the channel and ask me. You can always leave it in comments. I do my best to reply back to comments. And I'm also going to use this fully ranged Breachlight real quick, just to show you guys like how far I can go. Let me see. It's just so nice to be able to shoot a target from this far with a sidearm. Like, do you understand like how stupid this is? This is like ridiculous. If I stand back here and I shoot that guy right there, he's about 20 meters. And I'm hitting crits, ladies and gentlemen. That's just ridiculous for a sidearm to have. So having range, having range, having enough to shoot, having enough so your rampage is proc the whole time, and then having Outlaw, especially if you go for a precision hit, it's best of both worlds. And once again, thank you. I see you guys on the next video.